It's Happy Hour again from Uptown New Orleans. Hello, I'm Grant Morris. Happy Hour is part of the family of shows on the podcast network. It's neworleans.com. When you walk into a bar in New Orleans and you pull up a bar stool, you never know who's going to be sitting on either side of you. What you do know is no matter what they look like, what they're wearing, whether they just got out of a limousine or just got out of jail, they're going to be happy to talk to you. Because that's New Orleans and this is Happy Hour. A cocktail-fueled 60 minutes of random conversation with folks who have nothing in common. Other than we're all New Orleanians in a bar today, we're at the fabulous Wayfare on Ferret Street. The interesting thing is I have new glasses and I cannot fucking see anything.
I just noticed that.
Can you see? Can you tell? I can't get this at the right distance.
The other ones were a little grandma anyway. So
yeah, they were horrible glasses, but it's good that I got these. I got these last night at Walgreens for $24. They're awesome. Mm-hmm. They have my name on them. Mm-hmm. I don't know why that is. Wayfare is a restaurant and a bar that serves handcrafted food and spirits. With a whole new menu and a radically new happy hour, they have a 3-hour happy hour here every day. From 3 till 6, if you want to start drinking at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, this is the place to come. Everything's half price, including drinks and appetizers. We're on Ferret Street, and we had a sample of the food here. Clyde Casey is with us today. Hey, Clyde. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
What were you thinking was going to happen next after I said your name? You waiting for me to do something?
No. I was just...
thinking about something else?
Sure, I was elsewhere.
Mesmerized by my new glasses.
Yeah, right.
You've got bizarre-looking glasses. These are glasses that have got some sort of... like a serrated metal thing you could cut. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I've got like...
a fork sticks.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we are at the fork in the store, you know. But,
okay. A fork extends from his glasses out like on the right-hand side of your face with a little mirror attached to it.
Mirror,
yeah, in fact, I got a mirror on this side.
Okay,
right
lean in
here.
so we can actually hear you. Jesus, okay.
Yeah, I've got...
I think eccentric would hardly even describe it.
Yeah, see, I've got a mirror on this side for my bicycling.
Look, lean in so we can hear you.
All right.
Yeah.
And when I'm bicycling, I can see everything behind me. This mirror, when I'm in a grocery store, I can check out the woman behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's women following me pretty frequently, I would imagine. You've got some interesting stuff on here. You've got a lot
debris.
of things. Cosmic debris. Okay.
Yeah.
And Debbie Lindsey is here as well. Hi, Debbie.
Hello.
Debbie, you just wore your ordinary clothes. You didn't wear your black and white outfit with the bits and pieces of mirrors all over it.
But I thought the red would accentuate his.
That's true. It's a nice balance. And the
looks
guys
good
from
on
the
me.
band Toonces are here as well.
Hello.
Hello, Chelsea. Hello, Jon. And Nick is off to the side there. And Andrew Duhon is here, of course. Andrew, thank you for sitting in for me 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, it was okay.
That was good. And then Rich Collins sat in for me last
That's
week.
right. Yeah, we were both away that time.
That was, yeah. Yeah, he did a good job as well.
Good.
You guys both did a good job.
Yeah,
actually.
I did okay.
It was
I guess.
great. Let me tell you, in case you're just joining us, if you'd like to get a free ride on Uber. Do you guys ride on Uber, the Toonces people?
No.
I never have.
Have you got the Uber app on your phone?
No.
Okay, this is what you do. You download the Uber app, and then in the little coupon code bit, you write Happy Hour NOLA. Happy Hour NOLA, one word, and they'll give you your first $20 ride for nothing.
Whoa.
So how about that?
Nice.
Yeah, thanks to Uber. How come you guys don't use Uber? You bike everywhere, or you have a limousine?
Bike and we
Drive
have a limousine.
drunk.
Drive drunk. Yeah, that's the way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's how they're making a lot of money, Uber, by suggesting that you don't do that.
Yeah, I'm sure. But,
Yeah.
you know.
How drunk were you last night?
Pretty fucked up.
Yeah. Where were you, Jon?
Gasa.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Right down the street.
Were you playing there?
No,
No,
we
we
were
were,
checking out Bionica.
Bionica.
Yeah,
Is
they were
that a
playing
woman?
I wish.
No.
No, it's a band started by Rex Gregory. They're future space music. That's how I describe it.
Right.
They had 3 guitars on stage last night. That was a lot.
Right. Usually
It
John
was beautiful.
I think the
sings and
Beatles.
plays
I think the
piano.
Beatles had 3 guitars, didn't they?
Just
Two.
Didn't they have 2 guitars and
He
a
just
bass?
had a bass
There's
guitar.
a bass, not a
John-
guitar.
Yeah.
Paul played a bass that looked like a guitar, but it was
But isn't the bass called a guitar? That's not called a guitar.
Yeah, I guess bass guitar, but it's,
So musicians don't refer to the bass as a guitar.
No.
Oh, I see.
No.
So 3 guitars on stage would be a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that was a pretty.
unless you got a 6-string
Incredible.
bass, but woo. 6-string bass, I don't know.
Okay. There's no such thing. There's a 5-string. Oh, actually.
Yeah, oh yeah. There's 4, there's 5, there's 6, yeah.
There's that guy we had on the show that had a 17-string guitar. Remember him?
There's also double neck basses.
Right.
Double neck.
If you've ever
It's like
seen Spinal Tap.
Yeah,
There
right.
you go.
That's right. That was one of the great movies, right? Clyde, have you seen Spinal Tap? Now, Clyde,
Yeah, I have.
what's up with that? So your name is Clyde Casey.
That's correct.
And you don't mind if I call you Clyde or Casey?
Either or.
Why is that?
Well, I get it. I get it from
Both sides.
both sides, where people are finding out that it's easier to remember one or the other,
Well, what kind of people remember Casey?
I don't know. People who like things that have more of a rhyme.
Casey
I don't know.
sounds better than Clyde. Where did the name come from? Clyde, is it a family name? It's an unusual name for an American person
Yeah,
to
it
be called
is.
Clyde.
Yeah, it is. I think it's an English name.
I think it is too. Are you from England?
There's
That's a yes or no question.
some of my ancestry probably is from
Probably.
England.
Okay, listen, so Graham daPonte, our fabulous producer, gives me a bio about everybody, before the show, so I know who we're talking to. So I'm just going to read this. 'Cause This
Okay.
is great. Look, I've got lines
do
all
this.
over. I'm just going to read it. Okay, it says Clyde Edward Casey. You have a middle name as well.
Correct.
Oh, that makes it even more complicated. Why is that? That's in italics, Edward. Why is that? Why would you give me your middle name?
Well, first of all, that's a bio that I did some time ago, to pretty much make it, real clear as to.
In case someone
this is
confused you,
me.
another Clyde Casey who answered
Sure.
this description.
Sure.
Is a performance artist, designer of fork jewelry, a freehand sign carver, a yard art decorator, a surreal assemblager. What is that word?
Assemblager.
That's a typo then. It's a P.
Oh, it could be.
How long ago did you write this?
Well,
You haven't found that in the
it's
last
been a while.
10 years. You haven't found that typo. Okay, he's a surreal assemblager, a designer / builder of audience interactive mobile musical sculptures, and a one-man band. Does that sound accurate? Well, you wrote that, right? Mm-hmm. How about that for a description?
Not bad.
That could be the ideal happy hour guest of all time, I think.
Uh-huh.
Which one should we start with then? Clyde Edward Casey?
I don't know. It's like I started here in New Orleans back in '78, performing quite by accident. So we can start with that.
78, you say?
Yeah, I came down here in '77. Wound up managing a wood carving shop on Bourbon, and then in '78 was the first Mardi Gras.
Wait up. Things were a little different in 77. There was a wood carving shop on Bourbon Street.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, it was right next to the Blue Nut.
What exactly is a wood carving shop?
It was a little place back in the back of a store where you come in and get your name carved into wood, and I'd carve it. And across the street there was leather. So there were people making leather pouches and putting your name on it and this kind of stuff. So there's a lot of handmade things on Bourbon at one time.
That must have been pretty cool, actually.
It was.
So there was what other things were there besides? There was a wood carver. You were carving wood. There was a leather
There was
person.
pottery.
Wow, on Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
Debbie, were you here in those days?
No, I was in Mobile, Alabama.
You're from Mobile, Alabama?
Yeah.
That's the home of Mardi Gras, right?
Well,
That's what they say.
they kind of screw it up. But yeah, you're right.
You were born and bred there? I wouldn't
Yeah.
say bred. I mean, I say bred. You were born there. Born and raised
me
there.
and my inbred cousins. Yes, I was born there.
And when did you escape?
No
from-
breeding, though. No,
No breeding was involved.
No.
When did you escape here? From
I
there to
escaped
here?
here to here,
Yeah.
89.
So a good 10 years after Clyde Edward Casey arrived. So there was
Yeah.
no wood carving on Bourbon Street when you got it. By then it would all.
No, but there
Turned
was
into just-
still a lot of real things in the court. I mean, a lot more just printers and dry cleaners and shopkeeper. I mean, it was a neighborhood still.
Right.
I mean,
Did you have this sort of sexy voice back then? Or have you got that from smoking cigarettes?
I used to smoke cigarettes, but then I sounded a lot more masculine. I was like, "Hello, how are you?"
I don't know what your idea of masculine is, but that isn't mine. That's your idea of masculine? Is a sort of a raspy falsetto?
It was really raspy then, but
I think it sounds great now, don't you guys?
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. What do you think, Clyde Edward Casey? CEC?
Sounds fine to me.
No, I think so too. So did you have that voice from birth or it's from smoking?
I was probably always sounded a little bit like this, but years of smoking did not do
To do you any harm?
didn't do it any harm.
Right, exactly, right. Now, are you guys from here? The Toonces people?
No, I'm not, but these two
I'm
are.
from here. I was born in New Orleans. I grew up in Covington.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but I was born on Napoleon, right over there.
Right here on Napoleon Avenue. Nick, are you from here too? Are you from here? Nick's not allowed to say anything.
Nick's a Metairie boy.
Nick said he didn't want to speak. something about
He's a
child.
He's from
Metairie boy.
Metairie.
He's from Metairie. Okay.
He's a Metro boy.
All right. Okay. So Chelsea, where are you from?
I'm from Long Island, New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I moved here about 6 years ago. Went to UNO.
And you never left.
Never left.
Oh, wow.
At the suggestion of my mom.
Where's your mom at?
She's up in Long Island.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys have got a hell of a band, I must say. The music is awesome.
Thank you.
And then I thought, well, because I've got some sort of vague responsibility, I guess I should find out something about you before the show. So
You did
I
some,
went,
like,
I went
Facebook
onto the
stalking?
internet. Have you guys ever heard of the internet?
Once or
No.
twice.
There is absolutely no mention of you
We don't
on the
have-
World Wide Web at all.
That's a
All
good
the thing
thing.
I can find is references to a cat called Toonces.
Yeah.
That seems to have taken up the first 10 pages of Google.
There's also a jingle writer that goes by Toonces,
Uh-huh.
but he spells it with 2 S's, so
And how do you spell it? Toon? Well, that could be right.
Yes.
S-E-S.
S-E-S. I got that right.
Yes.
Oh, see,
We spell it.
yeah,
We
right.
spell it differently. We spell it differently.
Well, that could be where I
But she
fucked
gets
up
her
then.
way. So
Okay.
yeah.
Are you guys a
Yeah.
couple?
We are a couple.
Okay. So you've already realized that she's going to get her way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How long have you
It's
been?
open.
How long have you been together?
A couple of years.
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. How'd you meet?
We've been friends for like 5 years. But I mean, pretty much since I moved here, we've been friends. So
Yeah,
we
we
went
played
to
music
school
with each
together.
other in
Yeah.
several different
Mutual
outfits.
friends.
And what flipped it from friendship to?
One night we were doing a comedy duo called
Okay.
Debbie and Donna.
Debbie and Donna. I'm Debbie.
I'm Donna.
She's Donna. I cross-dress and
He was in drag and he's never looked so beautiful. He had glitter and sequins and lipstick. And
Yep.
so after the show, Debbie and Donna
Debbie and Donna had
Fell in
sex.
love.
Wow.
we had sex. It was actually a threesome, but
it was
we
a
ended up
threesome
together.
with
Nice.
Dana.
All right.
What happened to Dana?
Shout out to Dana.
Dana, well, we shouldn't say that publicly. What happened to
Yeah.
Dana?
Well, what did happen? Is Dana a man or a woman? First of all, that's interesting.
Man.
Dana's a man.
Yeah,
Was
Okay.
a woman.
was a woman. Which is also funny because my first girlfriend ended up getting a sex change.
Oh shit,
was
that's something I've
Delilah.
never heard that sentence. Have you, Andrew?
I mean, I guess not personally, but that's a real thing.
I've heard my girlfriend turn gay. I've heard a lot of guys
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that. I've never
Delilah
heard-
turned into Elijah.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard. Actually, you're the first person I've ever heard say that. I guess this is a new generation of this is what's going to happen
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Well, it was like a long process of her being like a hippie girl, turning into like a lesbian, turning into a butch lesbian, and then eventually,
And where is he today?
I think Vermont.
So are you in touch with him?
No, I saw him once.
You have seen him since he switched.
I met
Once.
him too.
What did you think? Were you strangely attracted to him?
No, but he was attracted to me.
Oh boy. Well, that's interesting.
Maybe I
And then
should've-
shit got really weird.
Shit got real weird.
Well, I guess you would have both could have both dated him. It doesn't seem that unusual that you'd both be attracted to the same person
Yeah, no.
if you're
it's
attracted
not.
to each other, right?
Do we look alike?
Well, maybe if you grew a beard.
Yeah.
Chelsea, that'd
Debbie
be.
and Donna are actually twins in real life. They're twins that
Debbie and
are
Don-
cousins of his that won the lottery.
Yes.
Oh, there are two real people called
They
Debbie.
are
Two
real
people.
people.
Who are
They
cousins who won the lottery.
Yes, they
Okay.
won the lottery, and I think they blew it all. And one
Out
of them's
in
married.
California
Other,
or
the other one's in
something.
Slidell. They're all from Louisiana, though.
Yeah.
How much did they win?
Like a lot of money, like
They went on
200
Oprah.
million. They went
Wow.
on Oprah. They're twins. They're twins. Yeah.
Debbie and Donna are twins.
Yes.
From Slidell, did you say?
No, they're from like New Orleans
bayou or
area.
something.
Yeah, like New Orleans East and like Thibodeau.
Well, New Orleans East and Thibodeau are nowhere near each other,
How
just
did-
in case you didn't
No,
know.
they're not. But they were born somewhere. They
Raised
lived in the
somewhere
other
else.
place. I don't know. They're
So
like
Debbie
my,
and Donna are out there somewhere, the real people.
yes.
They're,
I saw them recently.
They're
My
twins,
My
and they've got $200 million.
yeah, my aunt
They
Lucy.
blew it all.
Yeah, my aunt Lucy passed away, and she got to meet him for the first time.
I
they
was
were at the funeral.
starstruck when I met them because I had played their character already on a stage. It was what brought us together, and here I am at a funeral, like, oh my God, you're Debbie and Donna, and we can't tell them. They're very like
They have no
They
idea.
have no
I have
idea.
no idea that you ripped off their personas.
No,
Right.
And how accurate was your portrayal of them?
they
Not
invited us
accurate at
onto
all.
a poke boat to where we could gamble and dance. So I was tempted to say yes, but John was not so inclined.
Well, they bought a poker boat before they blew their $200 million, or did
I don't
this
think
is
they
someone
own
else's
the
poker
This
boat?
is someone else's poke
Okay.
boat.
So what did they do with the $200 million that they blew it?
That I don't know.
I think they just, moved to California, spent a lot of money on things that they were just, bought a big house, bought like fancy cars, like lived like the rock star lifestyle, and then
$200 million later, it's all gone.
Yeah.
I guess that can
But
happen.
It was also split between 2 people, so
Yeah.
yeah.
It's really
Damn.
only 100 million.
Minus taxes. I
Only
guess it's
taxes,
not
yeah.
that much.
let's pretend like it's 25 mil a piece, right?
That would be the minimum.
So, but don't you still? I mean, can't you save enough money for the property taxes just to have the house in L.A.? Isn't that?
I don't think they're homeless.
No, but you said they were
They're
back
not.
in Slidell now.
One's back in Slidell, and the other one lives in North Carolina, but is married to like a doctor or something. You know.
But think of the fun you could have. It's like.
Well, at least they
someone gives
moved. You know,
I
at
think they
least
did
you
it
should
right.
move
I think they just blew it all, and then now
Yeah.
they're living a normal life again.
Yeah,
So
I mean
that's probably what
not
I would
that
do.
bad of a thing, really. When you
Yeah.
think, how old
Yeah.
are Debbie and
Yeah.
Donna?
They're like in their late 50s, early 60s.
And how old were they when they? Do you play it as 50s and 60s, the characters, or do you play
I
it?
would
with
say
your,
we're like in our late 30s.
As the
play it
characters,
as late 30s,
yeah.
as the characters, right?
Early 40s.
The characters, yeah.
So where were you playing this?
The Always
on
Lounge.
on the big night, the Always
Yeah.
Lounge.
We've
The
done a
Always
few
Lounge.
performances now. One
Can you remember any of the routine to do it?
Maybe not right now. I guess
Not right now.
It's
That's
too
what
early.
right now is what I was getting at. Yeah. How did
Maybe-
can you do the opening? You must be able to do the first minute. How did it start?
well, we're
out?
kind of like I'm Donna. This is
I'm
Debbie.
Debbie. Yeah.
We live in a bunker under California. We're waiting for the bombs to go off.
Well, that's another interesting thing about the whole plot of Debbie and Donna is that like we took their characters, but then for some reason we live like in a bunker in Arizona, like in the desert somewhere. Like we're just trapped underneath there.
Right, you're like survivalists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but nobody knows that
This
though.
is
That's
just
just like what we know.
happening.
The audience has no idea. Like
Like
we
this is
might.
backstory just for the characters.
This
right?
is the
This is just for
backstory
us.
just for our like.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
Right. So you go on. You go on, and you don't say that you're living in a bunker. Then. So that,
No. But
So
our,
what's the opening of the like routine? How did it start?
it's
well-
the Debbie and Donna show.
Yeah, I mean.
Hey,
Well, I guess
fuck
Bing-
you.
Hey, fuck you. Well, we only made one YouTube video, which we were not trying to be. We're trying to be an improv comedy musical duo, but we made one video, which is Debbie and Donna work at a suicide hotline.
And convince people to kill themselves when they call in.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
We don't really convince
Okay.
them. It's more so that we don't care.
Okay, just I guess got to stop you for 1 second. Okay.
Okay.
So Nick, who's also in the band,
Nick is also in the band. Nick,
just
come
got
over
up
here.
and he just got up and he picked up a
Nick
pink,
doesn't care about
he
anything.
picked up a pink polka dot like animal carrier
Oh,
and moved it across. What's in there?
Well, I had this little hamster about 10 years ago. He passed away, and I just haven't really gotten over it yet. So.
So you're carrying a dead hamster around in
Well,
the.
no, I buried him.
What's in the animal carrier?
His memory,
His memory. Oh, that's nice.
and
Okay.
I make sure he's tucked in.
Okay, so
You
Nick
know, I must say when
Nick has a yoga instructor,
Which we just learned.
which we just learned because Nick doesn't tell us anything.
he's a
And-
strangely quiet guy.
And the hedgehog, no, he's not. He he was gifted a hedgehog, but he has to give it back. So we have a hedgehog with us right
So
now.
that's a hedgehog in there, actually.
That's a hedgehog. Should
Okay,
we-
bring that thing over here.
yeah, let's bring it over.
Let's have a
here.
look at the hedgehog.
It pissed on
Okay.
Chelsea earlier.
It did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've
so you
never
gotta be
pet
careful.
one
I
before.
gotta say, when I walked in here today,
Have you ever touched one?
I've never touched a hedgehog. I don't
you're gonna
think
touch it
today's
right
gonna
now.
be the day either. Okay.
Here we go.
It says on the thing it's called, what is his name? Quilliam?
Quilliam.
Is that his name? Quilliam the hedgehog. Look at your phone. And Nick's got a flip phone from like 1977 from when Clyde Edward Casey first moved here. Yeah, can we let Quilliam out of the cage? What'll happen? Apart from
It'll
kissing.
it'll
so,
just.
Yeah, he might pee on you.
yeah,
Just a
well,
warning.
we don't want that. So what does the pee smell like? How bad is it?
I didn't sniff it.
It smells
it's
a
on my
lot better
purse,
than
though, if you'd
human.
like
It's on
a
your
whiff.
purse. Yeah, let's have a whiff.
Oh God, you're lucky. I have to smell pee all the time.
Really? Why is
Why?
that? You're incontinent?
I've got all these animals, and they're always like having urinary tract issues. So you have to see who did it.
You gotta
What's
put him
up,
in
Nick? He doesn't want to
diapers.
come out. He's in a ball.
Start a diaper
Yeah, yeah.
colony.
How many animals have you got, Debbie?
We have 5.5.
5.5.
And a half.
Well,
so
one's out.
Quilliam's going away.
And 9
Quilliam doesn't want to
ferals.
hang out. He's hibernating or something. Okay, well, bye-bye, Quilliam.
He's very scared.
Yeah, well, he's got some common sense at least, right?
Right.
So he's curled up in a ball like a porcupine.
I'd be afraid of us too.
Me too.
Yeah, I'd be afraid of Clyde Edward Casey. That's what I was thinking. When I walked in here, I thought you were going to be the most crazy guy at the table, but now I'm really beginning to wonder who's going to win the award for that.
I'm just taking all this in.
Yeah, Debbie and Donna. You didn't know that was going to happen, right? Okay, so Debbie and Donna were performing, which is a great opening to the show. Fuck you, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you got off stage. How many times had you done this show before? Plenty.
About 4.
So this is the 4th or 5th time you've done it.
Yeah, and then we also...
No, this
Dana.
is the first time we did the show is
Oh,
when
yeah,
we
yeah,
became
yeah.
with Dana.
That was
That was the
time.
very first time
That was
you'd
the
done
very,
it.
That was the
Yeah.
very first time.
You looked at each other after you did this, and the excitement of this post-show
Yes.
Pretty much.
fever. You got,
Yeah.
I'd love to fuck that person who I've known.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I think we had been friends for like a long time too, and doing like a lot of intimate things already, like walking around the French Quarter, having conversations at 4 o'clock in the morning. So
Right.
it was just more,
So you're
timing.
primed. So you knew a lot about
Yeah.
each other.
We were really
Right.
buttered up for this.
Right, right.
And
So were you nervous when you took the stage at the Always Lounge to play Debbie
Yes,
and Donna for the
'cause
first
I
time?
almost threw up.
Yeah, because I'm a musician. I'm always a drummer generally too. So to talk in front of
Yeah.
Debbie,
An
Donna,
audience?
and Dana actually shared a Love Boat sushi special, and we all got sick and got food poisoning
Damn it.
That's this
Yeah.
night.
right
Yeah,
before
and
getting on stage. So we were all like trying to get in the bathroom, like,
Yeah.
Damn it, Donna, Debbie, and Dana.
It was all funny because this is very unlike us. Like I wouldn't say that any of us are like the most sexual people in the world, like doing threesomes and getting fucked up, and and
Right.
it all just kind of like the Love Boat and the diarrhea and
Where did?
the show, the comedy.
It's funny how those things often go together.
Yeah,
Diarrhea, threesomes, and
Love boat.
sushi. Yeah,
Yeah.
Love boat. So we've gone from the poker boat to the Love boat. So where did you go after you did the show? Then you got off stage, and where did this all happen?
Chelsea's house.
Going
Chelsea's
back to
house.
my house. Yeah.
So who exactly is Dana? Now, without telling us who exactly Dana.
We
is?
probably shouldn't reveal that information.
What
for
would
the
happen
sake
if you?
of-
What would happen if you did? Though? Oh, because nobody might want to know that Dana was
He
part
might
of the.
he might be upset, but we don't know. So we just
yeah.
She.
he.
Right. Okay, he was a guy in the threesome, right, Chelsea? You know that much.
Well, there was still like dresses remained on
Yeah.
for a lot of it, so there was a lot
So
of
you-
sequins.
It was
So
more
glitter.
fooling around too. There was no like intercourse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just to clarify. there was
Just to
no-
get that
clarify.
straight. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
It's more like.
So how did you know when it was all over? It's time to go home.
Whoa.
Wow. it will. Wow. I mean, ejaculation.
Okay, that was the end of that then.
Yeah.
Okay, then we're all going back to our. Now I'm going to go back to being myself.
Yeah.
And we can take off the costumes, and then what's going to happen? Was anyone worried about what was going to happen tomorrow morning? Or what did happen tomorrow morning?
Well, they actually both separately came back to my house.
Who did? Jon and Dana.
And Dana.
Yeah, well, I had a very strange situation with another woman the next night who was trying to have
Got
sex
in
with
his
me,
bed.
and I did not like it. And then I left my own house
To come
at
to my
4
house.
at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
But Dana was trying to sweet talk me in my own house
This is a great
alone.
story.
And didn't realize that Jon was going to come over.
Did you know Jon was coming over?
I did. I was like, oh, John's coming. So then it was all three of us again, but it didn't have the
Wasn't
same magic. as
Nobody was.
the night
Nobody was
before.
Debbie, Don, and
No.
Dana drunk.
Nick, did
Yeah.
you know any of this? This
Nick doesn't have any of this.
Well, we don't really tell everybody this. It's like
Yeah.
pretty personal information.
Yeah, okay.
But we
You know.
decided talking about it on a podcast.
Yeah, why
would
not?
be-
Because it's not like anyone listens to this, so
Yeah,
you're
we
fine.
could.
Good, because everyone's going to think Debbie is Debbie.
Oh, true.
Oh my God!
that
Now the
might
good point.
be kind
This
of
could be
fun.
good for your.
Could
This
be
could be
good.
good for your
Image.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not, What sort of image would you like to portray, actually, Debbie?
I
The
don't
real
know if I
Debbie.
want to go quite there, but I kind of like it better than being ma'amed.
Ma'am. Yeah,
Ma'am.
I hate that when people call me sir
Oh,
too.
Jesus Christ. I just want to pistol whip anyone who does that.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah. It really pisses me off.
whip.
Do you have a pistol?
No, but I could take a brick bat.
Do you? Don't you have a shop in the French Quarter?
I did.
You did
That-
have a shop in the French Quarter.
Now it is on 1452 North Broad Street. We've relocated.
1452 North Broad Street.
Just had to
That would
get
be a
that
good
in.
place to have a gun. Both of those places would be good places to have a gun if you had a shop, I would think. And you have a partner as well who has.
Yes.
Does he have a gun?
No.
Nobody has a gun in this
When-
bookstore.
when-
So if you're thinking of knocking over this bookstore,
It will have to be a brick bat.
it'd be a good store to rob because you're not armed. We know
Right,
that.
no.
Do you have security cameras?
Pretend ones.
Pretend ones. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
We have an alarm.
That's a really
We have
good
an
idea
alarm.
having a pretend.
We have an
security.
alarm,
You
so
have an
don't
alarm.
come by.
Okay.
And 9 feral cats at the back door.
9 cats.
Yeah.
This is on top of the 4.5 cats you've got
Yeah.
back at home.
Well, we've got, what do we have? Three cats inside, 1 cat outside, and 2 dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't add that up, but
I
I'm
can't
sure that
either.
comes to a
I
lot.
get confused.
And then there's 9 cats at the shop.
Yeah.
Which is on Broad Street, not in the French Quarter. So that
Right.
shop you had in the French Quarter is gone. It was on
It's
whatever.
gone.
Forget that. So is Broad Street a good location? This is a shop that sells cookbooks only.
Yes.
Wow.
It's called Kitchen Witch.
Wow. Kitchen witch.
Correct?
Yes.
What the heck made you open a shop that only sells cookbooks?
Philippe had had a few too many beers and thought it would be a great idea and asked me if I wanted to go into business. This was 2 months after Katrina, and I said, hell no. And then the next morning...
Were you married at that point?
No, we're not married.
Are you not married?
No, we live in sin.
Okay. But you have a wedding ring and an engagement
Oh,
ring
that's
on,
my
don't you?
dead mama.
That is. That's her jewelry.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not her.
that's
You didn't
mine.
have it
Y'all,
made
y'all
into
can
a
see
ring.
that. Y'all can hear it. Ding, ding, ding. That's mine.
That's actual
Sounds real.
diamonds, golden diamonds.
Yes.
Okay, so that's his. Okay, all right. So I guess it's on the wrong hand, actually,
Yeah.
when I think about it. Okay. Well, that's interesting. When did you put that on? When your mum died? Or
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Let's see, 92? No.
You've had that on for a couple of years.
Yeah.
1992. So it's before you met Philippe?
Yeah.
So you were already married to your dead mama when you met
Already
met her.
married to my dead mama.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I know.
So luckily she had the same size fingers as you.
I know.
Did
No
she have any
well,
other
I had to
resemblance to you other than that? You can't get them off
I had
now.
to cut it off her dead
Wow.
finger. To cut it off. She was a good woman. I don't think she would have minded.
No, I'm sure she'd think it's great. You didn't really cut it off a dead finger, did you?
No, not really.
Oh my God.
How did you get it off? Was she wearing them when she died?
Gee, I don't know.
That's a good, interesting
I
question,
did.
actually, when you think about it.
Yeah.
I have my mother's
She
jewelry,
was,
too.
she was in one
I
of
should
those
start wearing it.
dreadful, well, actually, it wasn't that awful, but one of those facilities where people probably steal. So we probably had already pried it from her little hands while she was alive.
Oh, you took it off her before she
Yeah.
died because she was... Otherwise, the help was going to steal it.
Yeah.
This is in Mobile, Alabama?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I have my mother's
Sorry,
jewelry as well.
Mom.
Do you have any? Well, your mother's still alive, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yours mother's still alive, too.
Yeah.
What about you, Clyde Edward Casey?
She
Where's your mom?
passed a few years ago.
You're not wearing any of her jewelry right now, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay, that's good. Did you make all this jewelry?
Yes, I did.
What, so let's go through some of it. This is like microphone, things from a microphone cable.
No,
Around your
actually,
neck.
it's a flashlight.
Flashlight.
Comes in handy.
It's an actual, it's an actual working flashlight. So normally, we have someone here taking photos. This is the one day that we don't have a photographer.
Yeah.
Chris, you got to get some photos of
I
this.
wore
whole place.
lipstick.
And Graham can take some photos. as well. You wore lipstick especially for the photographer.
And a plunging neck.
Yeah, I know you. You got awesome and awesome. Now you're going to put it up. Okay, all right.
Whatever.
Well, no, we'll get some photos. Graham will take some
Oh,
photos. Chris will take some photos because we definitely need photos of Clyde Edward Casey with his bizarre look. Okay, so do you dress like this every day or just when you?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. So how do you decide what to put on? This is like a giant chain. What goes on with this
Yeah.
chain?
I like it.
No, but what does it do? It's like a.
It
forms
just
part
kind
of
of,
It's
forms.
looped
this
over
area.
around the back of your neck and over your shoulders.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Does it
And
do
then
anything?
These are all. No, it's just a part of the design.
Okay. And what about all these jewelry things on your fingers? They're
This
really
is
cool.
all. These are all forks. I only use Brazilian stainless steel. This is a harmonica. And
And the Saints.
and this is a watch on here and bells and all of my work is it's all engraved on
Right.
the inside. I've got the latitude and longitude of New Orleans, Earth, Milky Way galaxy, the fourth dimension. You are your own fortune cookie, and may the forks be with you, etc.
And that's on every piece you make? You get that,
every
you get
piece I
that-
make, and I
you get
also
that-
engrave the day that I make them on the edge.
Wow. So this is it's made out of a fork, and it's
Right.
just to describe it, it's made out of a fork that's like in the semicircular, so it goes around your wrist, and then it has a little tiny harmonica set in it.
Yeah, it's
And the harmonica plays.
yeah. So it's a C note micro harmonica. In fact,
Where do you find
if you look it up, this was the very first instrument in space. It was played. It was played at Christmas time, and somebody was singing with some jingle bells, And
When you say
and
somebody,
this
who was this, an alien?
No. This was one of the Apollo missions.
This is one of our astronauts.
Actual, sure.
Took one
And
of
they had
these little
taken
baby harmonicas into space.
this little micro
I
harmonica.
guess they didn't have the TSA back then, right?
If you look at, there's a booklet that comes with the harmonicas that I get, and
Yeah.
it shows all these different harmonicas, and it's got a history of this little baby harmonica here. So anyway, but yeah, it tells that it was the first instrument in space.
Where do you get the harmonica from?
I get them from the third planet from the sun.
Okay. Where do they come from? Who makes these little? I mean, seriously.
It's a Hohner harmonica. It's made in Germany.
Wow. Okay, so how much do I have to spend to buy one of these bracelets, and where would I get it from?
Actually, you can get them from me, but I've got them in stores here in New Orleans. Got them overseas.
What stores are they?
Well, I let people find out if they're interested.
Okay.
They'll search it out.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway,
that's what I call marketing.
Market it, market it,
Yes,
buddy.
excellent idea.
and
Just walk around every store in New Orleans, ask them if they have a bracelet with a harmonica, and eventually, I guess, by the law of
yeah,
averages,
they're in places. but
Circle K. That would be my first guess.
they're in stores, but I don't really
You don't want to sell any, right?
Well, they do. I
They
mean,
sell
in fact,
themselves.
actually, if somebody wants to come to me,
Okay.
where I'm at, I'm involved with a wonderful place called The Idea, and it's a maker space. It's the only major maker space.
It's also
in
on
New
Broad
Orleans.
Street, by the way.
It's on South Broad.
Yeah.
And so I make them there, and then if people want to know exactly where I've got them in, I can give you a list of some of those stores.
Okay, well, we won't make you do that. But Idea is spelled IDIYA if you're looking for that.
That's
and it's
correct.
on like Broad Street, where it's sort
It's,
of just at the end of Napoleon there, where it sort of goes one way.
Yeah, it's right near Washington. It's right next to
Washington.
the Laurel Street Bakery.
Right.
And it's 2703 South Broad.
It's a very cool space. That
Yeah,
place.
it's an amazing space,
I love
great
that
people,
place. Yeah.
Dominic and Janae, and it's a place where there's 3D printing, a lot of different kinds of 3D printing machines, laser cutting. There's a wood carving shop, the Idea Factory, which is a combination of planers and drill presses and lathes and this and that, and whatever tools you need to make things. There's sewing classes. There's teachers teaching students. There's teachers teaching teachers. There's a lot of things going on, and I make these. I build my percussion rigs out there as well, and so all the tools are available, and it's open every day except Monday. So
Yeah, it's a very cool place.
Yeah.
A very cool place if you have an idea about something you want to make and you don't have the tools yourself to make it. There's all sorts of really cool tools there they have. It's a really great place. What do you mean by a percussion rig? What is that?
The percussion rigs I build are originally I was wearing them around my neck when I first started here in New Orleans, and then I started, but it got to where they were getting really
You're
quite
wearing
heavy.
a drum kit around your neck.
Yeah, I did. I called it a musical necklace, and it got to where I was wearing upwards of 70 pounds around my neck, and then but then it was a thing of finding just what kind of wheels, because people kept saying you got to put them on wheels. So what kind of wheels? And so they evolved to wheelchairs, and so I started putting them on wheelchairs, and I've put them on golf carts, and I've put them on a lot of different things. And recently I've been building them onto a large metal wheel like you'd find at the electric company, that the cable goes around 7 foot in circumference. So I got drums on both sides, and it can be rolled and played, or you play it in one spot. And I got sticks for everybody to play.
So it's like a sort of a drum circle
Pretty
experience.
much. Yeah, it is. It's an audience jamboree for everybody, all kinds of interaction for everybody to
And where
play.
are you down on Frenchman Street? Sometimes have I seen you? Is that you?
Yeah, well, actually, when I would set up near Frenchman, I'd set up on the neutral ground across from the fire station.
Yeah.
And I would bring the surreal drum wheel of cosmic debris, or the time traveler, or paranormal percussion, or one of the different rigs. And I bring like several rigs out there for everybody to jam. So that little neutral ground across from engine number 9 is a classic location.
Right. Are you still doing that? Are you still going down there?
I
Can we
haven't done
find
that.
you?
I haven't done that in a while. I did it New Year's Eve down there. I did it Mardi Gras. I did it Halloween. And then, but I'm so involved with Idea and everything that's going on out there.
So you have like a job making these. You make these for a living. With jewelry,
I'm a volunteer
basically.
out there, but yeah, I do make these for a living, and
They're very cool.
And you were asking me like the value. Well, it's like when people get them from me, the latitude and longitude in New Orleans is $30.90, so I say $30.90.
It's $30.90. That's a pretty good deal, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I might be able to sell you a couple right around the table here before you leave. Do you have any in your bag?
I've got some, yeah, I do.
Okay, $30. Do you take? You have a square on your phone? Do you have a cell phone?
Oh, I do.
You do. Do you have a square? You can
Oh, no,
take-
I don't. I don't do any of that.
You don't do any of that. It's cash only.
Right.
Okay. Do you have change?
I've got the dime for 31.
Oh, you got the dime. Okay. So what's in this little bag now that you're opening?
I stopped tobacco about almost a year ago from coughing,
Yeah.
and I used
what's in-
Fisherman's Friend.
Right.
This goes back. Fisherman's Friend goes back to the turn of the century.
Yeah, that's it's like a hot lozenge type thing, right?
It's like
It doesn't have any it doesn't have any caffeine in it or nicotine in it.
No, well, I don't know. It might have caffeine in it, but it's a licorice.
Does it? It's licorice.
And
Okay.
whenever I feel a tingle or a cough coming on, I'll take it.
How long ago did you quit smoking?
It's going on 10 months to a year.
Well,
And,
congratulations. Good job.
well, I really enjoyed it. While I like to roll tobacco, and I would mix pipe tobacco with it, and I was, but.
What
but
about, are you a big weed smoker as well?
No.
Because it's
no.
legal now in Louisiana, as of today.
Not really. I mean, it's like,
I think
Medical,
today's the day
though,
the
right?
governor's going to sign the bill that says medical marijuana is legal in Louisiana.
Right.
So I'm sure you have a medical complaint by the look of you.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to smoke it anyway because I'd just like cough, it'd be too much.
Well, medical marijuana doesn't have to be smoked, I don't think.
Nope.
You
No.
can eat
You
it.
can have
Right.
edibles.
Like butter.
Right.
Make cookies.
Yeah, but I don't
Saute
need any
your
of that.
mushrooms
I'm
in the
fine.
weed butter.
I've
Put
had
it on your pasta.
You've given up on the pot smoking. You're not
Yeah,
worried.
well,
You
it's
don't-
like
enough of that.
it's like I've got enough going on with just the natural surroundings tickling my fancy that
Yeah.
I'm fine.
So this is what's going on here. I'm going to tell you who's paying for the show, and then you guys are going to play us a song.
Sure.
How about that, Toonces?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So first of all, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about how we afford to make this high budget show. Thank you very much to Uber. If you find yourself, look, I can't see. Okay. If you find yourself a few drinks in, hey, you want to drum along with us as well?
Oh, here I
Clyde
got
Edward Casey?
I can play. Here we go. Play Spoon River.
You got spoons.
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right, thank you very much to Uber. If you find yourself a few drinks in, you need a ride home, Uber is the smartphone app that connects you with a ride at the tap of a button. It's safe, it's easy, it's reliable. All you do is request a ride at any time, and a car comes directly to you. Your driver knows exactly where to go, and payment is completely cashless. Wherever you're headed, count on Uber for a ride. You don't need any reservations, just need the Uber app, and if you haven't downloaded the Uber app on your phone yet, go to the iPhone App Store or the Google Play Store, and when you download the Uber app, put Happy Hour NOLA in the promotions section of the app for a free ride up to $20, courtesy of Uber. That's Happy Hour NOLA in the Uber app. Thank you to Basics Swim and Gym. We can get a full range of fashion swimsuits, workout and yoga clothes with style. Basics Swim and Gym is on Magazine Street near Jefferson Avenue. And thank you to Hangover Destroyer, the only all-natural product medically proven to prevent a hangover. All you have to do is go to the Hangover website, the Hangover Destroyer website. It's hdestroyer.com, and in that one you write Happy Hour in the coupon code, and you'll get 30% off of your first order of Hangover Destroyer. So you too can seize the dawn. Thank you very much to those folks who brought us our show, to Andrew Duhon, to Chelsea, to Jon and Nick from Toonces, and to Clyde Edward Casey for providing the backing. Thank you very much. I think that's our best commercial break we've ever done on the show.
Pretty
Awesome.
good.
Okay. So now I have mayonnaise all over these bits of paper. So now Toonces are going to play us a song. John's actually getting his hair out of a case. So how long ago did you guys form a band? Before you were a couple and before you were Debbie and
It was
Donna?
actually pretty much right after Debbie and Donna.
Oh, it's recent.
We
the
started
band.
using some of those songs from Debbie and Donna and putting them towards our band.
So you wrote songs for Debbie and Donna. Debbie and
Yeah.
Donna weren't just a comedy duo; they were also musicians.
No, it was a musical comedy duo, so it ended up kind of turning into Toonces.
Okay.
So.
Oh, how cool! Well,
Yeah.
the music that I've heard of you guys. Doesn't sound.
A lot of it's new. No,
It's
and
not funny.
a lot of it
Is
we've
it?
changed. Some of it is.
Is it supposed to be funny?
Some of it.
Okay. All right.
It's
Well,
not all funny.
You want to do a straight one or a funny one?
We could start with a funny one.
Yeah, let's do a funny one. Okay, and then we'll move into a straight one.
We'll
okay.
start with I'm happy.
I'm happy or unhappy?
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
Well, that would be funny.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very funny.
All right.
And once I get all tuned up,
Okay.
we might want to move this microphone so you can. I don't know. Can you hear them?
Okay.
I'll spend my life with you, if that's what you want me to do. I'll follow you into the rain, and promise that I'll never change. Oh no, 'cause time is on our side. I've never tasted flesh so nice before. Stars in our eyes, waiting without fear to hit the floor. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be okay. Everything is fine. Someday you're going to die, leaving me all alone. Oh no, I'll sit for years in the dark, just waiting for my turn. Oh no, 'cause time has passed us by, and we don't shine like we once did before. Why do I try when we know that they'll never find a cure? It'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be okay. Everything is fine. Oh, 'cause I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. Oh boy, I'm so fucking happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy you're
Chelsea Hines, John Arsenault, and Nick Elstrop from the band Toonces, spelled Toonces.
NCES.
Toonces or SES. That was excellent.
Thank you.
That wasn't even that funny. It was great, though. Wasn't it? Really?
That was awesome.
That was really, really great. Do you want to do another one?
Yeah, sure.
What do you think, Andrew?
Make them do another
Let's have
one.
him do another one. Okay.
What do you think we should do?
What if we did the French fries?
Let's do the French fry song.
Well, this
Mix-
song's actually called "Synthesize Me."
Yeah,
Synthesize me, but it's about French fries.
it's about French fries.
Okay.
No, it's about the grimace.
The grimace.
Yes.
Okay, let's let it speak for itself.
One.
Look at me, try me. Fill your mind with all my starchy goodness. I don't care how much you have, just buy me 7 sweaters with those tiny little dogs that will tell me who I am. Tell me who I am. Tell me who I am. He will only bring you loneliness, sadness. He will only bring you emptiness. This is usually a violin. Something doesn't feel quite right around here. What do you suppose that feeling might be? All my friends are dropping one by one now. Oh my god, I can't believe that I'm free to wear sweaters with those tiny little dogs that will tell me who I am. Tell me who I am. Tell me who I am. He will only bring you loneliness, sadness. He will only bring you emptiness.
We forgot the
Oh
violin.
my God, fabulous. Okay, you guys are great.
Thank you.
So the first song was like a song about someone who died, which was the twist at the end. I'm so
Yeah.
happy because you're dead.
Yeah.
And this song was from the sort of point of view of a French fry?
Well,
Or was it really, or just about the pointlessness of everything?
yeah, kind of about corporate America, like just buy me, buy me everything, buy
and
me
it'll-
French fries,
And it'll just bring in
sweaters.
loneliness, and
Yeah.
it's also got death in there. All my friends
Yeah.
are dropping
Yeah.
dead. Was that other objects like other French fries are dropping dead, or was that actual about people?
It's interpretive.
It's however you want to see it,
It's
bro.
really, it really is. The whole thing is through the eyes of a French fry, but really, in the Book of John, like the grimace is probably the most evil entity that exists
The
in
Book
the
of
world.
John and the Bible we're talking about.
No,
No,
like
John
the Book of
without
John.
the H.
Like
The
the
Book,
Book
of
of
John,
John.
as
Book
in
of
you,
John, yes.
John Usner,
Yeah.
the member of Toonces.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
have your own book.
Right, and
Okay.
George Elizondo is sort of like a Jesus figure. It's like a parody of the Bible, but
Does this exist? This thing?
yeah, it's just,
It's
Is it just
it's more
other than in your head? I mean.
it's more of a religion than
Well,
a
really?
book.
Okay. Does it?
It's just that the religion's called the Book of John.
And is there a Book of John or not though? A
No.
real book? No, there's no
No.
book. So this is all in your head. It's a religion. Do you have any followers? Because religion has
Oh
to
yes,
have.
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
Lennox, Michelle Gomez.
Two.
That's about it.
Okay, that's
I'm a
good.
follower.
That's 3.
Chelsea
definitely-
Hines, yeah.
That's
You
how it
have me.
starts,
Yeah.
right? And what's the sort of underlying sort of basic principle?
Oh, just nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Because I mean, if anyone's listening, could they sign up?
Oh no.
No place to sign up.
You'd
They
have
could
to.
sign up the same
They'd have
place
to
they-
know me.
So they could
Yes, it-
find the same place they find one of Clyde Edward Casey's
Exactly. You'd have to
little-
come to 3210
Yeah.
St. Anne Street and
3210 St.
knock on
Anne
the door.
Street.
Yeah, we might not answer.
If
but
you're home.
Yeah.
If we're
That's
home.
where you guys
Yeah, we're
live.
making meatballs and spaghetti right now at home. So it's actually on low right now
Yeah.
on the stove. So
It is actually cooking right now.
yes,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, that would
cooking
be
right
great.
now.
I don't know how safe that is to go out and leave the meatballs and spaghetti cooking. Is that normal?
I
It's
know we have
very-
a fire going in our house right now.
No
so
problem.
Hopefully it's still there when we get back.
It'll be
Oh,
fine.
do you ever think that when you hear a fire engine or ambulance, that maybe it's going to your place?
Not around here.
Oh, I always know it's mine.
You always think it's your place, Deb.
I can be out of town and I know it's mine.
You still think your house is burning
Oh,
down?
yeah.
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 I thought it was just me. I'm pleased to hear that other people think
Oh,
that.
God.
Don't you ever think that, Andrew? You hear a fire engine, you think,
No, that
"I
never
bet
really
that's
crosses my
house."
mind.
Never.
I just
will
remember.
now.
I just remember that I did one summer buy one of those fire safe boxes at Walmart. So I think somewhere in the back of my mind, I kind of wish my place burned down just to see if the fire safe box works. You know,
Yeah.
That's
what's
it, though.
What's in it? Some of your CDs?
some cash and a passport. That's about it.
That's it?
Yeah.
How much cash you got in your house right now?
Pretty good
Fire
amount.
Where do you live?
safe. Here.
Tuscany. It's pretty
Is that
nice.
where your family's from?
That's where they're from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tucson. Hey, Andrew, do you want to play something while we've got guitars out and everything? What about it?
I'll be honest with you, Grant. I mean, I have a bunch of half-finished stuff and nothing.
Wait, these guys could help you
know,
finish
I
it.
can-
Finish it
You
for
want to try to make
between
something up?
Clyde Edward Casey and
got
the,
the
and the
spoons.
Toonces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to work with here.
Do you? I just heard the intro to a song that I
We
I
don't
have
know
heard.
the-
Oh, me neither. Damn.
The Jazz Fest then? And where's
Yeah.
Josh Starkman when you
Yeah,
need him?
Dad Fest. That's a great
It's
tune.
like, get Josh
Look out for it,
Starkman down
everybody.
here.
Dad Fest.
Yeah, it's a song written by a friend of ours, Josh Starkman. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
a
guys
really-
And
knew
Alex
it?
Pena.
That's
Okay.
right now.
Alex Pena, Josh Starkman wrote that song.
Okay, so you guys know each other.
We
Andrew.
do, yeah, just from
Mm-hmm.
being in groups
Just a-
that have played with each other, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
He also looks a lot like our friend Matt Martinez,
Martinez.
so there's a sense of familiarity.
Do I know Matt?
No.
He sounds like
No.
a dashing guy.
But
He
he
is.
he knows of you too because everyone tells him
Ah.
also that you look alike.
You've never heard
so-
that before, that you look like Matt Martinez.
Nope.
It's Jenna McSwain's husband. If you
Okay.
know-
Yeah.
if you've ever.
It's just this-
Anyway,
Venn diagrams. I'll get into that pool one of these days.
All right. Andrew, what have you got half finished that we can help you with? Well, not
Shit.
us, but these guys.
I know.
Okay.
So I got this song I was writing over Christmas. Actually, I was writing it on a specific day when I was, because I always want to make something for friends who I can't think of giving something to, and cookies are kind of overplayed. So I thought I'd pickle some things.
Pickle.
Yeah, which is nice because it takes time for it to get good. So when
Right.
you give it to them, they can't quite have it yet. You know.
Okay.
But, you know, it was nice because the whole day I was just thinking of my friends.
Is your guitar tuned down?
It is. Don't worry, it isn't anymore. We're now in the key of C. It sounds like this. Am I close to C?
So you have your guitar tuned down a step,
I
Andrew,
don't
for
think
some
so.
reason?
I don't think so.
you should just play it.
Okay.
Yeah, there we
Oh,
go.
you were a whole step down.
Is that right? Wow.
Why did you tune it
Guitar
down?
is zany.
The thing doesn't work.
Well, I often tune half a step down,
Okay.
but this happens to be a full step down, which is strange. I'm not sure why I did that.
Okay.
But anyways,
Is that for your voice?
it can
You
be.
just like to sing that?
I used to, and now I don't have a good reason why.
Just feel like it.
Yeah, kind of
All right.
fear change. Yeah.
So there you were pickling over Christmas.
Right.
Thinking
And then I
of your
just, you know,
friends.
and then what happens is you just start putting them all in jars, and you realize, you know, it's time to put all these feelings for my friends into a song. It goes like this. Well, I've been pickling beans and pickling veggies and making myself a little marmalade. The thing about pickling is it takes a little patience, 'cause it's never quite ready right away. But on a day in the very near future, I'm pickle up a couple jars or two. And on a day in the very near future, I'ma bring along a jar to you. Well, salt and vinegar is all you need to have a pickling day. The thing about pickling is it takes a little patience, 'cause it's never ready right away. But on a day in the very near future, I'm pickle up a couple jars or two. And on a day in the very near future, I'ma bring along a jar to you. Oh well. Here we go to the 4, y'all. I've been true blue like a friend to me. You know you can always depend on me. And all day on pickling day, I was thinking of you. When I was pickling beans and pickling veggies and making myself a little marmalade. Thing about pickling is it takes a little patience, 'cause it's never ready right away. But on a day in the very near future, I'ma pickle up a couple jars or two. And on a day in the very near future, I'ma bring along a jar to you. Yeah, 'cause you can pickle up veggies, you can pickle up eggs, you can pickle up onions, you can pickle pig's legs, you can pickle up carrots, you can pickle up corn, you can pickle up peas.
try it on your pork on a day in the very near future. I'ma pickle up a couple jaws of tune on a day in the very near future. I'ma bring along a jar to you.
Take that pickle and shove it up your ass, cause I'm a Jew and I don't care about Christ.
That's from the Book of John.
That's from the Book of John.
Now that's another great song, Andrew. That's a wacky little song.
Thanks, dude. It's pretty zany,
I would have
huh?
thought about it. I would have just like come up with like a rebuttal to that song.
That's nice.
But
Next time on Happy
I
Hour.
was too embarrassed.
It would have been perfect.
You can keep writing a few verses when you get home.
Okay.
Or after the house is burnt down from the meatballs and spaghetti, and sit outside and you still have your guitar, even if the house is burnt down.
We'll
That's
challenge
right.
you with your own song.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a pickling song battle.
Yeah. It'll be about the fermentation process as opposed to pickling things with vinegar.
What do you rhyme with
Oh, sorry.
botulism?
Botulism? I don't mess with that.
I bet Clyde could come up with a rhyme for botulism, right?
No.
No? Okay. I don't know if there is one. That's a good question. So anyway, here it says in your in this extensive bio of yours, Clyde, I don't know whether you wrote this or not, that you got married. Is that true?
Oh, it was a show called Big Easy Brides, and there was
Big Easy Brides.
it was here in New Orleans, and
What part were you playing on the Big Easy Brides?
well, what happened was a friend of mine from L.A., the Cosmic Cutie, Diana Brownson, was here, and they pulled us aside and asked us if we wanted to get married on the show, and it was theatrical. It wasn't,
What,
you know.
what show? What is this show called?
It-
Big Easy
it-
Brides. What is that? Like a bridal?
What it was is that Tony has, I can't think of his last name, but anyway, but he's got the wedding chapel on Burgundy
Okay.
at 333 Burgundy. And so they were doing like a reality show there, and this was like a few years ago.
This is a real reality show for TV.
Yeah, it was a reality show, right.
Not
And so,
like the Bible, according to John.
Yeah, right. No, it wasn't that. And so, so the Cosmic Cutie was here, and I was with her, and then one thing leads to another, and they asked us if we would want to be a part of it. You know.
So you got married in a show, which was
It was
what kind of show?
it wasn't really. We weren't really.
It was
married,
for a
but
TV show.
It was for a reality show, right?
So you're pretending to get married in a wedding chapel on Burgundy Street in the French
Some
Quarter
other
for a
people-
reality TV show.
Other people did get married on
Did
the
you
show.
get a honeymoon?
And this is
Yeah.
called, the show's called Big Easy Brides. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but that
There's
was
a
like
TV show
it's-
called Big Easy Brides. Is that right?
Correct.
That's
correct.
insane. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
No.
John?
We don't have a
No?
TV.
You don't have a
Yeah.
TV? Okay.
But that was
I've
like
never heard of
about three years ago.
And
or
what's
so.
the concept behind the show? People getting married in a little chapel on Burgundy Street. How interesting
Basically,
is
it
that?
was characters out of New Orleans, French Quarter, and people in various settings would get married.
So they drag you on the show because you look very strange.
Yeah, pretty
Right,
much.
okay.
And,
And what did your bride look like?
Diana's quite a knockout.
Right.
Yeah, and she's an amazing. She's also known as Diana Piana. She plays piano and
All right.
and other instruments.
And why is she called the Cosmic Cutie? Is she crazy?
Well, she's pretty much no, she's not out there. She's pretty much grounded, but she's got a certain amount of other worldliness that goes on with her.
Okay.
you know.
That's where the Cosmic comes from?
Correct.
Okay. And does she live here still?
No, she's out in L.A.
Okay, so she went home. So are you legally married then?
No.
When you get married in who married you?
It was Tony. I want to say his last name.
But even if it's a bullshit thing for a TV show that's a so-called reality, which is
Some people-
far from
You
it.
could still go on the honeymoon.
Most everybody
Aren't
else,
you-
everybody else who got married on the show were really married.
But if you're really married, even if you're faking it, if you're married by a celebrant,
Yeah, we got to sign it, right?
You got to sign the papers.
You do have to sign the
No,
papers.
we didn't sign papers.
I'm an
or
ordained
There you go.
minister.
you're an ordained minister.
I am.
Okay, Chelsea, so you know something about
Ex-hearse
this.
I do.
driver.
Hearse driver.
Yeah.
What? You used to drive a hearse?
I used to drive a hearse.
And now you're an ordained minister
I'm also an ordained minister.
and an entertainer.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. What church ordained you?
It's the Universal Life Church.
Right.
So
That's
it's an
where you pay
online-
$1.
Yeah, you go online.
Right.
You can do it for
Anybody
free.
at this table can do it.
Anyone can do it.
You
It's
get
a
ordained
tax.
for
It's a
free, and
tax
then
thing, right.
you pay to have them send you your license so you can bring it to City Hall.
Right.
I've married a few people here.
All right. So
I
that's,
worked with
that's
somebody who did that when he wasn't dealing drugs. Really, it's a good sideline.
I'm not dealing drugs. Though.
You don't know he was, but it
we're just
seemed to
doing them.
supplement.
Your friend was a drug dealer, Debbie, and he
Well-
supplemented his income by marrying people?
Marrying people and making jambalaya.
I didn't actually. How much do you get paid for a wedding gig when you're marrying them?
I've married mostly friends.
Right.
I did one couple that weren't friends, and I made $200.
Sweet.
$200 for.
Okay.
You know.
It's just like being a musician.
Yeah. It's kind of the same sort of bag.
It's just a gig.
Yeah.
You could do both, though. You could, be the music act at the
So you
wedding.
could- yeah.
I've-
You're like,
I've
We are
been-
doing that on Saturday
Okay.
for
And
Josh
I've done it
Starkman's
for
wedding.
most of
Oh,
the
nice.
weddings
Yeah.
I've done.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Toonces will be playing at Josh Starkman's wedding, so you might not be invited, but you might be invited. So
Well, we haven't been invited yet, but maybe we could take Quilliam the hedgehog and,
Yeah.
You get
and some
married.
pickles.
Everyone
Yeah.
can get married.
well, we're trying to
Sure.
find the yoga teacher. If you're listening, we're looking for you. We're trying to deliver
Sure.
your hedgehog.
Oh, our next yoga teacher wants the hedgehog back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, who is the yoga teacher?
Well, she doesn't deserve the hedgehog back. If she
How can you
could she
don't
let him
remember her
go?
name? We could Skype. We could Google it. You know her name? Yeah, we could Skype her with the hedgehog. Why did she give you? Is this like when you're in elementary school and everyone gets to take the pet home for 2 nights? Is this like in elementary school where everyone gets to take the pet home? You have you're like in 3rd grade or something. You get the hamster for the night.
Well, it's not like that, but it's like a whole nother world with these headphones now. This is crazy.
Yeah.
I really feel official now.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
look great
Yeah,
too.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I
You
know.
look
I'm
quite
very
different.
insecure about my ears because one of them is actually deformed. It's pointed like an elf ear.
That
You
one
can
is.
See that? Yeah.
Let's have a look at the other one.
The other one's kind of circular.
You
but
know,
that
I
one's
would
the other
not.
one.
I don't think it's that deformed. I think you might
Yeah.
have like a phobia about that one.
Yeah.
Do you think, Andrew? What do you think?
Looks
Andrew's-
fine to me, man.
Andrew's a
Oh,
doctor and a
it's not
plastic
phobia,
surgeon.
It's a normal thing. It's just,
It looks fine.
you know,
Have you been worrying about that for a long time?
I'm not worried about it. I accept
No.
myself how I am.
Yeah, that's good.
So-
If I
Be-
was
be as
50
you are.
years younger,
That's
I think
part
it
of
was
the-
hot.
Oh,
There you
thank
go.
Well,
If
it
you were
doesn't-
younger or he was younger.
No, if I was 50 years younger, I think that
50.
year was...
I,
Well, all right, 40.
what's your name?
This is Debbie.
I'm the real
Why?
Debbie.
I'm just one of those people who's never really looked at age, so
So you don't care that
He's
Debbie's
so
40 years old.
cute.
You'd be happy to
We think he's cute too. That's
date Debbie
Well-
today.
around.
Because be careful what you say because we've had a lot of success with this before.
That's
Oh, I
right.
know
Is this
it.
is this?
Yes.
And
Be
I'm in
very
a
I get
careful.
committed
it now. I get
This
it.
is,
We did our tarot cards the other day, and then I had a romantic thing in my future, and I
Okay,
think
here
this
we
was
go.
all
This
set
This
up.
is it. This
So
is
I
it.
thought, I can't believe this. Wow.
Sorry,
Oh, this is
Philippe.
amazing. So this is going to be the romantic prediction on your tarot card. Who did your tarot cards for you?
Chelsea did. She's an
Chelsea,
ordained
you also-
tarot card.
Chelsea is everything.
Okay.
She sent it in for $1.
Okay, do you find the hedgehog strangely attractive ever?
The hedgehog?
Yeah.
No. Is that?
I just
Should I?
wondered. No, I hope not. Who owns the hedgehog, really?
Who owns a hedgehog?
Yeah.
A yoga instructor.
A yoga instructor.
Yeah.
Why would a yoga
Being
instructor
there
be
just
imprisoning a
mixed up.
hedgehog? Why wouldn't they let it go?
I know exactly. Well,
should
she's
let it
not an
go in
ordained
here.
yoga instructor. So
She's not,
it's-
but
yeah,
why?
she's kinda
Why does
faking
she
it.
want to imprison a hedgehog in a little polka dot cage?
I
like
think
that?
she's
It's
insecure
weird.
and she has to take it out on a smaller creature. So,
I think you might be right. That's
Yeah.
well
Well
said.
scary. And what kind of yoga do you do?
when you do a
Yeah.
Is that,
I don't know. I thought it was a one-word answer. I thought there were different types of yoga. I don't know much about yoga.
we sit down and we say so that's
Okay.
I was just giving you like a complete
Sort of an
example.
intro.
But yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You know, and I put my hands like this. Yeah.
Sounds like
Yeah.
Okay.
TM.
TM.
Do you? What is your name again?
Debbie.
Do you do yoga, Debbie?
Oh, Lord, no.
Have you? I mean, I know.
Oh, I know
a
it's
whole
good for
lot
you.
about yoga.
Oh,
If-
You could learn. This is just the beginning. All right.
yeah.
I can give you Nick's number.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Philippe.
Wait, Nick, so you and Philippe are a couple.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And you own the bookstore together. I thought you
Yeah.
just had a business. So
Oh.
you're a real couple. So why aren't you married to Philippe?
It's, I have 2 rebellions. I never want to own a car or be married. But I do
I'd rather
co-own a
hedgehog.
car, but I don't drive, so that helps.
You co-own a car that you don't drive?
No, I don't drive.
How'd you get suckered into that one?
It was $2,000.
Does that make you a co-owner of a total like half? So it's a $4,000 car.
Oh, no, $1,000 then co-owner. It's a stinkin Lincoln. It's a 94 Lincoln.
You have a
She's
94
so yarn.
Lincoln.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you bought it for $2,000. Mm-hmm. That's a pretty good deal. How many
Yeah.
miles has it done?
Oh, God, Philippe could tell you he's real proud of it. Like 250,000. I don't
Wow.
know. Something big. Something big.
On the same engine? Do you know anything about it?
Probably the same engine.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
When you said Stinkin' Lincoln, it reminded me of JT. Are you familiar with JT?
No.
He took an old Lincoln that got flooded during Katrina, and he redid it. The guy said, "What can you do with it?" He redid it and took it out to the salt flats and brought it back to life. And he was aiming to create a world record for he called it the Stinkin' Lincoln in that category, and the purpose was coming back to life from Katrina, because it was a Katrina flooded car. And JT is well known for the Rebel motorcycle and the Wraith cycles that he had designed and built prior to Katrina. And so when it comes to this kind of motor genius, so he brought it back to life, and so it was had to do with the resurrection of the death in
City,
New Orleans,
right.
and then bringing it back through the Stinkin' Lincoln. So they call it the Stinkin' Lincoln.
We took a perfectly lovely car and just kind of trashed it.
So it's the opposite.
Yeah, I mean not.
It's the other side of us thinking Lincoln
Well, I
story.
mean, we haul dogs and cats around, and it's got a hole in the bottom to drain water, and
It's like a boat, sort of.
and then it floods and it smells. It's Katrina
It
years
smells.
later. Oh, it smells really dreadful.
Well, you're making it sound
But
quite
we don't
attractive.
have to give people rides to the airport.
Nick, you need a ride anywhere? You need a ride anywhere? Because Debbie can pick you up in the Lincoln. He doesn't have a ride home. How did you get here, Debbie?
I'm taking the bus.
Oh, wow.
That's okay. We have a van, Nick. We can take you home.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Hey, listen, we're talking of going home. We have to get out of here right now. They want to make room for actual paying customers here, so we have to eventually leave, which is about this very second, actually.
Well, thank you.
So that's been happy hour for another week. I think this has been a pretty damn good contribution to the sum total of human entertainment.
I
Don't you
feel
guys?
good about spending my hour that way. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was great. We've been joined by Clyde Edward Casey, who you can find at Idea, which is spelled IDIYA, and buy yourself a little bracelet with a harmonica on it, or you can find it in a store if you just wander around New Orleans long enough. You can also find a store on Broad Street called Kitchen Witch, courtesy of Debbie Lindsey, which sells cookbooks, which we didn't really get into, but there's obviously a lot of cookbooks in there.
9 to 10,000 music and spice and local art.
Okay, so we can find you online too, somewhere, kitchenwitch.com.
Yes, indeed. Or look for the car out back.
Look for the Stinkin' Lincoln out the back of the car, the Kitchen Witch bookstore on Broad Street. Thank you too to the guys from Toonces, Chelsea Hines, John Arsenault, and Nick Elstrop for joining us, along with Quilliam the hedgehog,
Thank
borrowed
you.
from the yoga instructor. This has been a very strange, and Debbie and Donna and Dana.
Dana is not here.
Dana's not here.
Let's just get that straight.
Yeah, Nick's not Dana.
Nick didn't play the part of Dana
No.
in any of
Nick
this.
is not
Okay.
Dana.
Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Our show is produced by Graham DaPonte. Our associate producer and technical director is Chris Kehoe. Christian Unruh is our music director, and our theme music was written by and is currently being played by Mitch Foreman. If you'd like to be on this show and you can sit upright for about an hour, drop us a line. Our address is on our website. It's neworleans.com. We can also find many other happy hours to listen to, as well as some other shows we make here. Out to Lunch with Peter Asciuti, live from Commander's Palace, True to the Game, with the fabulous and funny Chris True. Midnight Menu +1 with Margot Moss and the man who ate New Orleans, Ray Canata. Louisiana Eats with Poppy Tucker. Milo's Music Parlor with Kim Vu, and the brand new podcast about death. Oh, you guys were going to love this. It's a podcast about death. It's called, guess what? Death the Podcast. With psychologist Dr. Arian Elfun. You can also find other great Louisiana podcasts at itsacadiana.com and itsbatonrouge.la. You can keep up with us on Facebook and on Twitter and a bunch of other time-sucking social media as well. On all of it, we're called It's New Orleans. You can find photos from this show on itsneworleans.com and on our Facebook page. I have no idea who took those photos today. Nelson Moon is away at a Beyonce concert that's in Seattle.
Graham took some.
Graham took some photos.
Chris took some.
And who was this guy walking around
I don't know
taking
that guy.
photos? Who was
I don't know
that
who
guy?
that guy.
I have no idea who that was. If you listen to the show on iTunes or Stitcher or some other podcast app, thank you for subscribing to us. Stop everything for 1 minute if you're not driving and take a moment to rate and review us. That helps other people find us. Our show is recorded live today on Ferret Street. It's called Wayfare, where they have a radically new menu and a happy hour from 3 to 6 every day with half-price cocktails and appetizers. Happy Hour is a production of INO Broadcasting for itsneworleans.com. For Andrew Duhon, thank you so much to Rich Collins for being here last week, and Andrew, thank you for being here the week before, and for Graham daPonte, our producer, and everyone around the table here at Wayfare, including Chris Kehoe and everyone back at our office at INO Broadcasting. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Grant Morris. We'll see you back here next week on Happy Hour.
Farmers Insurance knows that when you're in the car and that song comes on... No, not that one. Ah, yes, that's the one. You have no choice but to pull out your imaginary drumsticks and smash those cymbals and stomp on that kick pedal, which unfortunately is also known as the accelerator pedal. And we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Click for more.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.